What's going on, you guys? AJ Tucker here with AJ Self-Defense. And as you can see, my background is a little different today, man. I had to retreat into the bedroom. Normally, I knock these videos out early in the morning, mainly Sunday morning, very early, like I would say 4 or 5 o'clock before anybody wakes up. But I slept in today. And so I waited until afterwards, and my daughter has kiddos here. My other daughter's going to a party. My son is running around. Everybody's just running around, so I retreated to the bedroom. But the first story I want to talk about today is a crazy story, man. I got my laptop right in front of me here. So ex-nurse pleads guilty to sexually assaulting a patient in a vegetative state. Now this came about probably about 18 months ago or something like that. And the nurse's name is Nathan Sutherland. He faces up to 10 years in prison for a sexual assault charge. Man, this is crazy. And basically, he took advantage of a woman in a vegetative state and he impregnated her. So that right there, man, you should be done. I don't even know how you facing 10 years. It should be facing, that should be it, man. That's sick and that is crazy. And I don't understand how somebody can do that. But the thing is, the nurse is pretty much the last line of defense. If you're a nurse for someone in a vegetative state, then you were the person that's protecting that person. You know what I'm saying? And so if he's the one taking advantage of her, then who does she have? Who does she have to help? And I don't know how that was able to go on. I don't know how he got, well, I know how he got caught. She ended up pregnant. But how does that go down? And what does a hospital or place like that do to avoid that situation? Like, what is the self-defense protocol for that situation? She can't defend herself, but what protocols do you put in place to, do you change out nurses? Do you have multiple nurses? Then that might increase the chances of something happening to that person. Do you always have somebody come in? Do you have everything videotaped or somebody review the videotape? No matter what, there's going to be a time where that facility is putting total trust in that one person. And here's the thing, nurses are great. I would say 99.9% of nurses are great, but you have one person, you have one scumbag like this to put a bad look on it for everyone. And the reason why I do post these videos, because this is not something I can teach in a self-defense class, not something that we cover, but it is something I want to talk about, because I always talk about how predators can be found in any facet of life. Whether you're a doctor, whether you're a lawyer, whether you're a nurse, whether you're a teacher, whether you work at Disney, 99.9% of those people are great and they love children, they love people, they want to help people. But then you have those predators out there in all facets of life. And so, if you are, let's say that was my mom and my mother's in a vegetative state, what do I do? What do I do to try to avoid a situation like this? What are things you can do as a family member? For one, you can check on those. You can. A lot of times I know people who they're very A-type personalities, which is a good thing when you're going into to face off against doctors and nurses like that, and they are on their ass from every angle, every aspect. Then you have people with more laid back personalities where you're like, oh, okay, my mom is there, she's being taken care of, she's good. What are things you can do? And the thing, it could be offensive to a nurse where you are like, hey, she's a vegetable right now, and so I want to do X, Y, Z to make sure that nobody is molesting her or doing anything wrong towards her. Because of course it's not happening at most places. But what can we come to? What can you do that's respectful, but lets people know, like, hey man, I got an eye on you. I'm keeping an eye on you. There's because I don't know, man. This is a bad situation, and faces up to 10 years. It should be more than 10 years. This is just sick, man. This is nasty. But that's all I'm going to talk about that one, man. I'll be moving on to some other topics today, but I'm going to be breaking it up into different topics. I got some things I want to talk about. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.